I'm Heidi Hewitt here with Robert Green. We're talking about CAD management tips.
Yeah, we are.
And I know in some of your presentations, Robert, you have emphasized the need to set realistic expectations. Can you go into that a little bit further?
Right. One of the things I think CAD managers suffer from quite a lot is that people expect that things will be much easier than they actually are. So we could take this from a senior management perspective. We're going to remove AutoCAD today and install Revit tomorrow, and everybody will be productive the next day. That's simply not realistic. But people can think that, or users might think that something will be harder than it actually is. And I now have to adjust their expectation. Really, this will be okay. It's not going to be that hard to learn. So my point is, if you allow people to have unrealistic expectations, whether too optimistic or too pessimistic, you're not going to be able to manage the process effectively, and you're going to have people around you that are stressed. They're either disappointed that you haven't delivered on time, or they're stressed out that it will be harder than it is. So I try to always communicate, and I try to set the tone. Here's what you can realistically expect. Here's a realistic time frame, a realistic budget for this task, a realistic amount of time it will take for you to become proficient at whatever new software tool we're trying to implement. So if people know what's realistic, then they know that the progress they're making is realistic, and they're in a more relaxed and calm state. So it's almost like be the CAD whisperer. and try to get people into that relaxed and calm state. So just manage people's expectations so they know what's happening, and it's a much more pleasant job.
So even if they're not finished or whatever, as long as they're on track of what is expected, then everything is just as good as being done.
Yeah, exactly. From senior management especially, I think is one that I try to concentrate on. If I've told them that this process is going to take us 3 months to implement, and I come in at about 3 months, then I'm good. But if I never told them 3 months and they think it will take a week, then I'm going to get yelled at. And now we're back into that core thing, I don't like to get yelled at. So it's a tip that's allowed me to kind of de-stress the job and make sure that everybody knows what to expect.
Good. That sounds like great advice in a lot of different areas. Thanks, Robert.
Pleasure.